chilling, the hawk is out, and that's what Christmas is all about. The time is now, the place is here, and the whole wide world is filled with cheer. My name's DMC with the mic in my hand, and I'm chilling.
Hey, 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 Pascal Pros. It is December 24th, and that means that it is Christmas Eve. Did you all know that Christmas was not a national holiday in the United States until 1870, but people have been celebrating Christmas on December 25th for over 1700 years? So that is your fun fact for the day. So I wanted to give everybody a training update. It was great to see all of our technicians here in NWA as Willie and I got the opportunity to train our field technicians in the new Guide 2.0 process. It has been cool to see the feedback we've been getting from technicians in the field as they've started to implement this training into their calls. This process really works. Been seeing some great feedback from plumbers, from HVAC service technicians on what this process is doing to their calls and providing world-class service to our customers. But just like any change, this has to be done on a regular basis in order to create a new habit. So managers will be responsible for holding technicians accountable for implementing this process. And Willie and I are going to be doing a lot of ride-alongs in Q1 with technicians to get pointers and see some of the techniques they're using that are working really well in implementing the new Guide 2.0 process. So one of the things that we started introducing in the Guide 2.0 process is going to become a regular part of service meetings across all the trades is role playing. So just like professional athletes have to practice, prepare for a big game, our technicians are going to have to practice, making sure we're telling customers, what's going on, explaining things in a really good way, and building relationship before we get into a customer's home. So this is going to become a normal part of our service meetings on Tuesdays. It's just adding in that role-playing element to be able to make sure we're able to practice. And listen, I know it's uncomfortable doing this in front of your peers, having to do this in front of a group of people, but here's the deal. When you all are able to get this done really well in a setting like that, you're going to be able to absolutely crush it when you get into a home. So this is going to become a normal part of our service meetings on Tuesdays. Next thing I wanted to hit on was memberships. We talked about this, talked about the PPP, and this is the bread and butter of our organization. Through the training, we heard of a lot of our plumbers and our electricians that felt like PPPs were an HVAC thing. I hope we did a good job of making sure we showed the value in asking about those PPPs regardless of the trade that you're in, because so many of our plumbing and electric calls come from our PPP customers. And unlike HVAC, plumbing and electric has really steady service calls all year long. HVAC, we get a big spike when it gets cold the first time. We're busy during the summer, but our service calls drop off significantly in the winter time, which is not the case for our plumbers and electricians. You all have a rare opportunity to be able to talk to customers about the PPP on service calls more often year long than our HVAC department. So make sure we're talking about the PPP and we're letting customers know the benefit of getting us out there for HVAC, obviously, but making sure that their whole home is protected when they sign up on a PPP membership from Pascal. Last thing I wanted to hit on this one, we're going to try to make it a little shorter, is the return repairs. So if you're out on a return repair and a customer decides they want to get something else done, make sure that when you're selling that estimate that you're selecting, we'll do this job at a later date, and calling your coordinator to build another call to do that extra estimate on. We want to make sure that tech pay is correct, and the only way to make sure we're getting that done is going ahead and building a new call for any additional estimates you sell on a return repair. Even if you're the technician who was out there originally and sold the original job, we want to make sure everyone is in the habit of calling your coordinator and getting another call built so that we can collect for that second estimate. Just to make sure, again, everybody's pay is correct and everything is flowing through the way that it's supposed to. So I hope that everyone has a fun and a safe Christmas break. Enjoy the short week, and I will see you next week on Tech Talk.